Hi, and welcome to another Mythbuster Monday. I'm Abigail Wright, and it is Monday, December 13. My, how the time is flying. It is almost 2022 already. Thank you for everyone who's joining me tonight on D Live, on Twitch, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook, maybe also on YouTube. I'm making some changes in that direction. We'll see. We'll see. And when I say changes, I'm not going anywhere as far as my other platforms are concerned. Um, so grateful for all of you there. And look, I just want to say again, if you missed last week, this is pre recorded. I'm doing some meditation work this month, and so I'm giving myself the chance to unplug a little bit and do my Mythbuster Mondays pre recorded. So we will be back probably at the end of the month after Christmas, possibly just in the new year, with live streamed Mythbuster Mondays. But I want to thank every single one of you joining me on every one of these platforms. Please feel free to say hi to me and to everyone else in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. And I really can't say how grateful I am for all of you. So, tonight's confidence myth. Well, but thank you for joining me again, because I think there are so many myths about confidence. We have so many ideas in our mind about what real confidence is. And I'm here to tell you that a lot of what we think, a lot of our preconceptions about confidence are just wrong. They are just wrong. That's why I'm a deep confidence coach, and that's why I'm here every week, dispelling a myth about confidence. And this week's myth is that confident people are just born that way. If you're not born a confident person, then there's nothing you can do about it. Or you're going to have like the hardest road to climb if you weren't born confident. I don't know about you, but I was born wet and bloody and crying. I suppose there are babies who come in not crying so hard, and there are babies who cry more. Eckhart Tolle likes to talk about some children being born with a heavier pain body. This idea that some people just their egos are bigger, their pain that they're born into this world with from past lives or from other experiences is just heavier. Of course, there are different temperaments. There are different ways of being, even for babies, even for toddlers. That early development, we all have different personalities, and I get that. So whatever you believe about how we got here and how we became who we were at the beginning, that's only a very small piece of it. And the reason that I'm talking about this to you today is because if you feel like, I'm not very confident, it's just I never have been, it's not a thing that I've had, I was always anxious, I'm just not, and you think you can't be confident, I'm here to tell you that's BS. Also, if you think your whole life you've been running around with your shoulders held high and your head up going, look at me, look at how great I am, look at all the things I've accomplished, aren't I amazing? Oh, those people over there, I guess they're okay, look at me. Oh, look at me, I just got off of my jet to Bali. If you're like me, you can have that too. Look, I'm a millionaire because my daddy's daddy had a bunch of money, and oh gosh, I just deserve everything. If you're one of those people, I'm sorry to say, you're not very confident either. And you certainly weren't born that way. So, we all have work to do. Even the most confident, the most deeply confident of all of us, even we have work to do. And that's the truth about confidence. is that confidence, real confidence, takes practice. And not just like, okay, I've got my 10,000 hours or whatever Malcolm Gladwell says we need to be an expert at something, but all throughout our life. If you've been building confidence for many years, if you've been working on empathy, if you've been working on self-compassion, if you've been working on presence, if you've been working on mindfulness and all these different things that lead to confidence for decades, chances are you're going to find moments where you're nervous about something, where you're not quite sure of yourself, where you're in a new situation and you don't know what to do about it. It's going to happen. Isn't that great? We're all alike. Every one of us, no matter where we're born, no matter who we are, no matter how our family is, who our family is, what they have, every single one of us can work toward becoming a more confident person. And dispelling the myth that you have to be born that way, or that how you are is perfect and that you don't need to work on confidence, you're good to go. I think dispelling those two myths is the first step. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you have an opportunity to practice confidence. How do you do that? Well, one way to do that, and we're just going to cover one tonight, is to practice empathy, to practice deep empathy. There are a lot of ways to do that. In positive intelligence, the methodology that I work with as a coach, Shirzad Chamine teaches us to go into deep empathy by remembering who we were before all of our survival mechanisms got layered on top. When somebody told you you weren't good enough unless you achieved this thing, unless you got an A on your report card. When somebody made you feel like a victim. When somebody made you feel like you had to control everything. When you became judgmental because you thought it was the right way to be. Before all that, when you were a kid. So I want to encourage you to grab a childhood photo of yourself. This is me. This is little me from when I was little. Isn't she cute? I have this, like, when I was little, I smirked a lot. Actually, I still do. Man, she's great. She's really, really cool. I love her very, very much. And I'm not going to go into a whole long meditation tonight, because that's what I do with my clients. But on this Mythbuster Monday, I want to encourage you to grab that childhood photo, put it in a frame, put it somewhere you can see it, and remind yourself on a regular basis that this is who you are. Yeah, really, this is who you are at the core. And what's beautiful about this is that if you drop into a visualization of a time in your life when you were just that age, doing what you love the most in life, having a wonderful time, and you look at yourself and you feel the energy of yourself, of that beautiful being. If you think about beating up on that person because they did something wrong, chances are you're not going to be able to. You're not going to want to visualize that. You're not going to want to imagine beating up on yourself as a child. Heck no. And that's the thing. This is another way to access empathy. Think about the way that if you've had a beloved pet, the way you love that pet. If you've had a child, the love you had for that child when it was born. The love that you have for your child now. but especially that when the way we treat babies and pets and beloved people that we just feel the most love for in the whole world, you could never imagine beating up on that person emotionally, mentally, physically. You could never imagine. When you're in full love and empathy, you would never do that. So then why not be in full love and empathy with yourself? Have that compassion for yourself, because you are that child. This is me. This is me at my best. My best self is this. This is me at my core. So when I do something wrong, quote unquote, when I don't get something I want, when I've tripped or fallen or hurt myself or stumbled in love or didn't get the job that I wanted or lost a client, well, everything happens, doesn't it? So when you feel down because something hasn't gone your way, or you haven't done something, or you made a mistake, maybe you hurt a friend, take a moment and just remember who you were and who you are. 'Cause that beautiful being is deserving of love then and now. Having this funny little picture here is one of the ways that I practice confidence. It's one of the ways that I practice deep confidence, because it reminds me that me and everyone else that I encounter is really that. And when the notification for Duolingo chimes on my phone while I'm in the middle of recording, I'm going to have patience and compassion and love for myself. And I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm going to smile and laugh, because I'm that beautiful child and I deserve good things. And that is part of confidence, deep confidence, when you get to know that you are deserving of love and empathy. And so is everyone else you meet. So when you're picturing yourself on that playground, picture the person that's bugging you too. And see if you can imagine playing with them as a child and finding a little more empathy for them too. And as you're getting ready for the holidays, whether you're alone or with family or with friends, whatever you're doing, if you're busy, don't forget to take out a moment to stop and breathe. Be in the moment. Remember who you are and what really matters. Sink into that deep, confident love for yourself and for everyone around you. So much love to you all tonight. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful start to your week. And I'll look forward to seeing you again next week on the next Mythbuster Monday.